What's up, guys? It's me, your homosexual Courtney Revolution, and for once, I'm here in the Revolution Detective Agency. You guys, we got stuff to talk about. I had to twerk off of that one. You guys, this season of Selling Sunset Season 8 has absolutely blown my mind. In case you're new, this is the show about real estate agents living in LA, and for whatever reason, there is just drama surrounding this friend group wherever they go, season after season. These women have amazing fashions, shining personalities. They are actually selling homes, and they have given us entertainment for literally 8 seasons. But this particular season, season 8 of Selling Sunset, you guys, there's much to discuss. These relationships are complex. We have friends that are in the middle, friends that are on this side, friends that are on that side. We've got Miss Alanna in the middle, and I would love to break down some of the bigger moments of what happened on Selling Sunset Season 8. So if you guys love a nice, juicy sit down, talk through, please go on ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you ring that notification bell, because I'm going to be coming at you with so much content. We love to talk about reality TV. We love to talk about music, whether that's pop music, country music, hip hop music. It's going down right here. And of course, because I am Courtney Revolution from Netflix's The Circle, you know we're going to talk about reality TV. And that's why we're here today. That's why you clicked on the video, because Selling Sunset, girl. So without further ado, let's do what it do, and let's discuss Season 8 of Selling Sunset. Okay, now one of the bigger moments that I want to get into first is this relationship between Mary and Chelsea. So Mary and Chelsea start the season off with a little bit of tension. There was some sort of situation where I believe maybe Mary was taking back some information about something that Chelsea may or may not have said, and then Chelsea sent a not so friendly text message, politely or not so politely, asking her to keep her name out of her effing mouth. This is what we were met with from Mary, and so things have been kind of tense. And I feel like things definitely hit a boil when Mary and Chelsea were taking on a listing together. They threw an event, and Chelsea showed up in what Mary perceived to be a very scantily clad outfit. You get what I'm saying? So what the outfit was it was a brown number. Chelsea is very tall, very model-esque. So, you know, she has very long legs. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous woman. And Mary did something that maybe I wasn't the biggest fan of, right? So Mary was very uncomfortable by this outfit. If you watch this program, you can see that Mary was very uncomfortable. And instead of taking Chelsea to the side even, first of all, I feel like the event is not the place to have the conversation, right? I feel like maybe after the event, you pull Chelsea to the side and say, hey, you know, love that you're free with your style expression, you know, but maybe you might want to wear some slacks, okay? I think that that would have been fine. I think that that maybe would have been more appropriate, but instead you see Mary bringing it up to the two bosses, who are the twin brothers, Jason and Brett. Love them down, lovely men. And in the middle of Mary bringing it up to the boys, because she's wanting to sort of alleviate the responsibility of having to tell Chelsea. So she wants to tell the boys, hey, listen, don't you think this outfit is a little bit too revealing? Don't you guys think that it should be a more professional attire here at this event? And Chelsea stumbles upon the conversation, and she essentially confronts her. Chelsea confronts Mary and is sort of like, hey, listen, if you had an issue with my outfit, you definitely could have pulled me to the side. We could have had this conversation at a different time. And then Chelsea brings up another super excellent point. If you've never watched Selling Sunset before, this is a show about these real estate agents. However, they all dress as though they are going to New York Fashion Week 5 days out of the week, 7 days out of the week even. I feel like they're always dressed to the nines. It's sort of like this hyper chic fashion. They're always, always, always dressed up. And I felt as though maybe Mary, and love you down, Mary, but I felt as though Mary was trying to make it seem as though, you know, Chelsea dressing fantastical even, I would call it. I thought it was a very fantastical outfit. It was giving us like, you know, fashionable Girl Scout even. Felt as though Mary was acting like she wasn't also standing there with like her midriff out. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really see what the big hubbub was, and neither did Chelsea. But, you know, she obliged. She said, you know what, if you want me to dress a little bit more conservative, I don't mind dressing a little bit more conservative. And then, you know, things really came to a head when Mary and Chelsea sort of had this confrontation at another event. Mary's husband, Romain, sort of jumped in. And in case you're new to reality TV, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a woman and you have a husband, it's never going to work out for the husband defending your wife against another woman. To the audience and to the castmates, it's just way too easy to be like, whoa, you're being aggressive. Whoa, you're in my face. Whoa, you're this man speaking to a woman. So the second I saw Romain sort of being very close to Mary, and he was just doing what he felt was right? That's her husband. As soon as I saw him sort of going at Chelsea, not really even allowing her to get a word in when she's trying to have this conversation with Mary, knew that it wasn't going to be probably the best moment for him or Mary. And then I also was thinking, well, we probably won't see much of Romain from this point on. And we didn't. Spoiler alert. Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of what season 8 of Selling Sunset was kind of all about, right? Let me preface this by saying, if anybody talked about me or my marriage for 11 episodes straight, I probably would have pulled all of my hair out. Let's get into it, you guys. Selling Sunset season 8, honestly and truly and in the most transparent way possible, revolved around the unfortunate crumbling of Chelsea's marriage. So let me break this down to you, right? Even if you don't watch the show, try to put yourself in the viewer's seat, right? So let's picture it. There's this agent named Bree. And if you've watched multiple seasons of Selling Sunset, you'll agree with me when I say that Bree is just more evil Christine. Shout out to Christine Quinn. We miss you. We miss laughing on Selling Sunset. Christine Quinn, please give us a cameo. Give us something. We'll take a crumb. Anything, girl. Bree, receives a phone call from her admittedly very messy friend. And the girl's like, oh my God, girl, I've got some tea. Let's go to lunch, blah, blah, blah. Bree is like, ooh, yeah, if you got some tea on Chelsea, ooh, yeah, girl, let's get some lunch, girl. Let's meet up and let's talk about it on camera. And the reason why Bree is so eager, I think eager is a very appropriate word. The reason why Bree is so eager to speak with this young lady who's named Amanda is because the previous season, Chelsea had a lot of opinions about the fact that, Bree has had a child with Nick Cannon. And if you don't know Nick Cannon has a lot of children. And Chelsea, I believe, verbalized that she felt like, can you have so many children? You're not going to be able to take care of all of the children and be able to offer the same amount of care to all the children. I believe she had said it was a little bit crazy even at one point. And so Bree's feelings were hurt. She took it offensively. And so from a viewer standpoint, Bree has all of the motive to sort of want to ruin Chelsea. Even though at this point in the show, Chelsea and Bree are attempting to rebuild their relationship that has fallen apart because of Chelsea's comments and, Bree's response to that. Now, Bree goes to the lunch with Amanda, and Amanda, since this show has wrapped, it has been revealed that Amanda has racist tweets. So racist Amanda, Bree has lunch with racist Amanda. Amanda reveals that a friend of hers saw Chelsea's husband cheating on her in the lobby of the W Hotel, etc. Bree, for a moment, it seems as though, she's like, whoa, this is wild. Oh my God. I got to deliver this to Chelsea. I don't know how, blah, blah, blah. It's a very awkward situation for Bree to seemingly be in, correct? Fast forward, because a lot of the stuff in between is just a little bit kind of irrelevant, no shade. We're going to skip ahead to Bree decides that she wants to have a sit down with Chelsea and sort of have a woman to woman, a heart to heart. Chelsea, this is what's going on. This is what my friend has told me. It was obviously a very emotional moment to have on camera, I imagine, for Chelsea. And we were able to sort of watch that play out. And it seems like for a moment, Chelsea is trusting Bree. Like, she's trusting that Bree is bringing this information to her, with good intent. Like, this is my good Judy girl. I know you and I, we had some beef in the past, girl, but we ate the beef, girl. We're full, and now I'm coming to you with this information. The information about Chelsea's husband was going to come out Either way, when you are on a high profile show like Selling Sunset and you're in a relationship, no matter what, all eyes are going to be on you and your spouse. Whether y'all are together physically, he's there, you're there, people are always going to be watching you, and people are always going to want to exploit you, especially if you have a weak moment or make the decision to step out on your marriage. Very unfortunate situation. And it's even more unfortunate that based off of the details that we were told, the viewers, this was like a situation that was happening in the lobby. Like, people are walking by and seeing and being able to take their phone and film it. So anyone could have filmed Chelsea's husband and put it out, on the TMZ, sent it to a Just Jared, sent it to B. Scott, anybody, and that would have been out there. But either way, it was going to come out, and I think that we should just remember that. Either way, it was going to come out. Bree made the conscious decision to have this young lady on the show, and then the young lady reveal this information, which obviously leads to Bree having to tell Chelsea on camera. What I would have done, this is what I would have done. If I were Bree and let's say, hey, oh my God, I'm blindsided. You just told me you had some tea. Let's just say that. Oh my God, my friend told me I had some tea. I'm going to go to lunch. She's telling me something about my castmate that is devastating, family devastating. Your whole life is about to change. You feel me? And now, because I'm on reality TV and someone that is not even really connected to this group, at least to the viewer, racist Amanda is not even really connected to the group, correct? So now, racist Amanda has dropped this doggy bone in Bree's lap, and reality TV rules say, if the bone is dropped in your lap, Sheree Whitfield would say, you got to carry that. You got to be the bone carrier. No matter what Bree did, Bree had to carry the bone back to Chelsea. That is how the story has to go. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Now, Chelsea receives the news. It's very sad. We have a very weird subplot going on outside of Chelsea with, hey, we've got a new agent. She's like a young, cool, to me, very chic, a little bit low-key, but also, extroverted. She want to meet you. She want to shake your hand, trench coat over the shoulders. Love her down. This is Miss Alanna. Very, miniature subplot. She owns a town. Fun. Love that. Cool. And then we get into, in the middle of this subplot, you guys, Miss Nicole, who is a newer cast member, Miss Nicole is trying to half-ass expose a rumor that she has heard about another castmate named Emma. Emma with the vegan empanadas. Empanada queen. Shout out to Miss Emma. And instead of saying it with her full chest, right, Nicole sort of allows the other women to shush her because Nicole and Miss Chrishell is our hero character of the show. And what I mean by that is she's our Lauren Conrad. What I mean by that, if you want me to speak in a different demographic, girl, she's our Red Ranger. You get what I'm saying? Miss Nicole had issues with Chrishell last season, and we were just sort of hopefully coming out of the woods with that. And the other ladies, I'm sure, already knew. Nicole, if you tell this secret on camera about Chrishell's best friend, Chrishell is going to be on yo ass. And believe me, Chrishell was going to get her last season. Chrishell, I won't get into it, but you need to watch season 7. Chrishell got her. Okay? Now, instead of owning it, Miss Nicole allowed the other women to sort of shush her. And I was like, okay, I can already tell. They're trying to save this for later because the Chelsea stuff is we're going to really put that under the microscope. We're going to really focus on that. And that kind of hurt me a little. And the reason why is because it was just like, dang, what else is going on? It was, to me, honestly, there were other little things going on, but the Chelsea stuff was the most important part. Right? So now here we come. The idea of, Chelsea thinks about it, right? After Bree tells her the information about the divorce, Chelsea sits down and she's thinking about it. She's hanging out with her best friends, her good Judies, Chrishell, of course, Miss Emma Empanada. And Chelsea starts to ruminate and she's like, hold on. Bree brought this to me, but did she set this up? There's a question about Bree's intent. You get what I'm saying? Because think about it this way, you guys. This is what I imagine Chelsea is thinking. Did you bring this information to me as an act of good faith and, sisterhood? And hey, I know we haven't, had the most stable ground, but listen, here's my white flag. Here's an olive branch, girl, walk across it. Or was Bree still upset about the comments that Chelsea made in the prior season about her family and decided, well, you embarrassed me and my family on worldwide television, Netflix worldwide. Now I'm going to get your ass, Chelsea. I'm going to get your ass, and I'm going to wear a pantsuit while I do it. Bree don't wear nothing else. You know what I mean? She's going to put on a Christine Quinn wig, and she's going to put on a pantsuit, period. That's her whole silhouette is pantsuit and more evil Christine Quinn wig, period. And so this is the part where I was holding my breath. Chelsea is in Chrishell's home, beautiful home. And they're sitting on the couch, Chrishell and Emma and Chrishell are sort of wondering also, what's the motive here? Did she bring this to you in good faith? Because they're also friends with Miss Bree, right? Emma and Chrishell are friends with Miss More Evil Christine Bree. And so they want to know, hey, if this is like some real life stuff that you're bringing onto the show and you're doing it in a way that is backstabbing our friend, we don't want to mess with you no more. And honestly, period. Go ahead, Chrishell. Go ahead, Emma. They ate that part. And then this is when, Chelsea, please don't take offense. This is when Chelsea won the Emmy for Selling Sunset Season 8 for next year. They're sitting on, I believe they're sitting on Chrishell's beautiful couch or whatever. And then, they're discussing, oh, Bree's motive, da da da. And then Chelsea says, call her. Call her now. When Chelsea said the first call her, it was like, but when Chelsea hit them with the call her now, my God, because then the credits cut. Thank God Selling Sunset not week to week. I would be pissed. My God, Chelsea wants to get to the bottom of this. We're not even gonna mince words. We're not gonna let this go through the grapevine. Because Chelsea, from what I perceive, is trying to contain all of this, right? So the other ladies in the office don't know what's going on. Nicole don't know. New girl Alanna don't know. The twins don't know. Amanda is having the best season of her life, so she's too busy being happy and selling art and, doing her thing, which we love. So, she was trying to contain it. So instead of letting this be a blowout at an event or like a whole thing, she was like, oh, we'll just call her and let's get to the bottom of it. So they put her on the speakerphone, and Bree pulls the fact that you would even think that I'm that kind of person, we don't even need to be friends like that, blah, blah, blah. That's the short version. And it was more so Chelsea just trying to get to the bottom of, well, girl, were you trying to set me up? Because if you trying to set me up, girl, then just own it. And, we could just have that kind of relationship. And Bree was sort of returning the whole, well, if you guys think that, I've always been in a room with a whole bunch of women that don't like me, blah, 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 blah. Like that whole, thing. I think as a viewer, it was stressful for me to watch because I think that I could perceive Chelsea as being like, in certain scenes, like, my God, not them making this infidelity the main storyline of this season. Like, I'm sure they shoot so much, but there's no way Chelsea was like living her life, living through that and not knowing that this was going to be a main plot point and how much anxiety that probably placed upon her. Okay. Let me get back into this. I want to get into dynamics of the relationships between some of these women as it pertains to the situation of Chelsea's ex-husband's infidelity. Chrishell, our Red Ranger, our Lauren Conrad, our queen, whether you like her or hate her, that's the queen. Chrishell is friends with Bree and Chelsea. Emma Empanada is friends with Chrishell, Bree, and Chelsea. Once the speculation or the belief, I'll say the belief, once the belief that Bree was doing this with ill intent, right? So Chelsea and Emma are definitely believing as though, okay, Bree set this up. Bree brought this girl on the show so that she could embarrass me and make a whole entire storyline out of, this infidelity, and really try to stick it to me and hurt me. And it would make sense because from where Bree stands, Bree feels that Chelsea did that to her the last season. Although to me, the two situations are very different. Talking about Bree and Nick Cannon's relationship, which was public news to you and me, versus bringing a secret. This is a secret, right? You're bringing a secret hearsay thing, right? The girl, racist Amanda, got a text message There's no photograph, no video proof, none of that. You're bringing a secret hearsay thing to camera where this will be seen by so many people. It's very easy to believe that Bree did this with ill intent. It's very easy because, viewer, listener, bestie, I'll say this. And Bree, you might not ever come across this video, but I would love for you to answer this question. And viewer, maybe you could speculate and not confirm. Speculation, not confirmation. Miss Bree, if you really were trying to deliver the news in a girl's girl way at the time, if you were really trying to rebuild with Chelsea, if you were considering her family, like for real, because Chelsea is a mother. She even expressed on the show, she really, that's what fulfills her, is being a mother, and she loves to work. So what? If you were really considering her family, if you were really trying to rebuild, if you were really trying to be a girl's girl in a Katy Perry woman's world, no shade, why did you not tell Chelsea this information off camera? Why did you not say this to Chelsea off camera? And listen, this is how it could have went. All Bree had to do was do exactly what she did with Chelsea off camera. Sit her down and say, hey, listen, I know we've had our beef on the show. You might not like me. Maybe we're trying to rebuild, what have you. But listen, this slid across my desk. And I feel like because we're on the same team in terms of we work on this show together, I'm going to slide this information that came across my desk to you, and you do what you need to do with it. And if we have to discuss this on the show, so be it. But just know that I had your back in this moment, and do what you need to do to make sure that your family's okay. Right? Then they could have popped up on camera, and yes, Chelsea would have been devastated. Yes, her world would have been shattered. Yes, she still would have been sad. Like, there's so many emotions that come with a breakup, let alone a divorce. I'm sure it's amplified. You get what I'm saying? They could have set that scene up and that could have been Bree being like, girl, you know you're going to be okay. Girl, let's go look at some houses together. It could have been such a brighter moment. And it felt as though Bree was being the wolf in the sheep's clothing. And you know what? When it comes to a hardworking hustler like Chelsea, she sniffed it out. She sniffed it out. She sniffed it out, and I believe Emma Empanada also sniffed it out. And believe me, Emma had one of my favorite moments on this show when she broke the fourth wall, right? So Emma and Chrishell are battling because they're both friends with Bree and Chelsea. Emma makes the decision, hey, girl, I'm smarter than the average bear. That's why I got coin. That's why my business is successful. I don't believe Bree. I believe she had ill intent. She broke it down exactly how I just broke it down to y'all in terms of Bree being upset with Chelsea, da-da-da-da-da. She brought the girl on the show and then decided, hey, well, I'm rocking with Chelsea. Bree, bye. Whereas Chrishell was like seeing things from everybody's side, you know? I believe, as a viewer, I believe that Chrishell really wanted to believe that Bree was not being more evil Christine Quinn. And it's crazy to me, Ice Spice voice. It was crazy to me to watch Bree just like, well, if that's how they want to do it, well, then that's how I'm going to do it. It was just, it came off so defensive. And it was wild and sad to see Chrishell believe in someone so much only for Bree to bring on a racist. Like you get what I'm saying? This is crazy. When you're in the middle like that, when you're Chrishell and Emma, and you're in the middle, and Emma's deciding to rock with one side, Chrishell's trying to, straddle the center. She's very much giving us Switzerland. It becomes very difficult because Bree feels as though you're being a good friend to Chelsea and not a good friend to me. And then if you decide to empathize with Bree, then you're a good friend to Bree and you're not a good friend to Chelsea. So it almost kind of felt like, even when Chrishell, and girl, shout out to Chrishell, girl, because I know you was trying, girl. Chrishell had even sat down with Miss Bree and tried to mend that fence. She really tried to clear up what she believed was a miscommunication. And I really, really, really respected that. Because it's one thing to see everybody's side, but it's another to take action and try to rebuild and repair that relationship. Because at the end of the day, they all got to work in that office together. They all got to sell homes. Sometimes they got to work together. Like Chelsea and Mary, they had a little tension, but they had to work together. Like either way, y'all gonna have to see each other and y'all gotta work together. And I'm sure that it makes for a better working environment overall if we all just got along. Y'all, Chrishell tried to mend that fence and it really was just making things worse. They had the huge argument, the blowout argument at Mary's dog's funeral, y'all. Not at the doggy funeral. Not Velvet. I couldn't believe it. Disappointing, but not surprising. Because if the girls of Selling Sunset gonna tell you one thing, they're gonna throw down wherever the cameras is at. Don't play with me. They will argue at the dog funeral, girl, at the wedding, wherever they need to. Girl. Okay, I want to discuss the MVPs of the season for me. And this is not to say that these two women are perfect, but because they're definitely not perfect. But I really wanted to shine a light on them because I think that they had a great season. The first person we have to talk about, Amanza. I think that this was Amanza's best season. Easily Amanza's best season. In case you guys don't watch Selling Sunset, Amanza has always been kind of like the more artsy one, the more quirky one. Like, she's gonna give you gloves at dinner. Like, she's gonna give you an outfit that maybe you couldn't wear, but Miss Amanza is definitely gonna pull it off. And like I said, no one's perfect. And in the context of this show, Amanza definitely has had her moments. They all have. But this season, I think, really highlighted her creativity. You know, she was showing off. She had an art show. Amanza had a whole entire art show. She even had like a little listing moment. I was really excited for her. Amanza is the kind of reality TV personality that when you watch a show with her in it, you root for her. She's a mom. Come on. I loved Amanza this season. Now, Amanza, I gotta whack you just a little bit. Now, Miss Amanza, I was sad initially so there was a situation where I guess Amanza's stylist was saying some homophobic things online directed towards Chrishell and Chrishell's partner, G-Flip. And I was like, absolutely not. And so Chrishell and Amanza faced a little bit of friction because Amanza was having a birthday party and, you know, the stylist was going to be there. And Chrishell was like, listen, either I'm up in there or the stylist is up in there. I can't be underneath the same roof with someone that disrespected me and my partner. Amanza was like, well, Chrishell, he's actually styling me for free. So how can I just have him drop off my outfits and then say you can't come to my party? And Chrishell was like, okay, but that's cute and that's cool, but do your thing. I'm just not going to come. And so, you know, that was the one moment where I was like, dang, Amanza. But then Amanza just invited the stylist and then Chrishell came. So everything was all great, all cool, all dandy. My next MVP of the season is the new cast member, Alanna. And the reason why I want to shine a light on Miss Alanna is because she has officially solidified herself as the Cynthia Bailey of Selling Sunset. Now listen, Selling Sunset is a show about a bunch of women, right? But usually the women choose a side. You're either on one side of the office with these women and usually the other women don't like the other women over here on this side. But finally, we have someone that has come in and from where I sit as of right now, she's being very, very, very neutral. Right? I believe that Miss Alanna really wants to just like sell homes, get her coin, and then quit the show. And honestly, I'm here for that. Like I said before, she's fashionable, she's chic, she's a little bit extroverted while still holding an air of mystery. She owns a town. Like on the show, she literally like takes the girls out to the town that she owns, Pioneer Town. Shout out to Pioneer Town. And I also appreciated that she's just the right amount of messy. Alanna is so unmessy but messy that it almost goes undetected. And what I mean by that is when there is a situation that needs to be brought up amongst the group, Alanna's gonna ask it. She's gonna be like, okay, so what did you think? And where are you at with XYZ? And also, since you were talking trash about Emma, did you talk to her yet? Because I'm the one that told you to talk to her. Because, girl, once the show come out, once we stop filming and the show come out, and Emma said you was talking trash, girl, now you're getting scribbled out on Chelsea's Instagram story. I really appreciate the fact that Alanna is about her business. They're all about their business. But so far, she's evaded the drama. She still has an air of mystery about her. Like, I want to get to know her. I got to scroll through her Instagram. But I really like her. She's cool, man. And also, and this is just a feeling I get. I don't know if they've already filmed the next season because, you know, they filmed Selling Sunset. This is what Davina told me. Davina told me that they film like a chunk and then they split the chunk so that one season comes out and then another season comes out, and then it's like two halves of the same time period. I don't know if they're filming already or if it's already filmed, but I get this feeling that Miss Alanna can read. Don't play with her. I don't know what it is about her, but I could just see it, y'all. We're gonna have to come back to this video when Alanna really start get into tagging and dragging, because I see it in her. She's cool, calm, and collected now. She's getting her bag now. Oh, the O Group is a global brand. Blah, blah. Okay, girl, we see you, town owner. I already know. If you needed to, you could drag somebody down the sidewalk. You could really get into an old nasty read battle. Alanna gives that, y'all. If you're watching this and you made it this far, tell me in the comments. Does Alanna give that she could read? Because that's the feeling I get. Like her. I want to get to know more about her. We didn't get enough of her. She was with like Mary and Nicole and stuff a lot. I want to see her more with Chrishell and Emma because I'm curious as to like what else is going on with her. Okay. I want to mention Nicole. Right? Nicole. You know what? I don't know if it's editing or what. Because it's very clear, and it's even was said on the show. I think Bree said it on the show. Nicole is like the top agent at the O Group, right? And I believe this. Nicole kind of came on the show being like, I've been here before the cameras was even here, girl. I'm about my business, da 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 da. And I believe her. But, and maybe this is a question for Adam DeVello, the producer. Why is Nicole exclusively messy? Why is Nicole exclusively messy in the context of Selling Sunset? In the context of Selling Sunset, the show. Why is Nicole exclusively messy? And this is no shade. I guess for context, I should just remind everyone that I know a lot of these women because I am a Netflix reality personality. I do know Nicole, Chrishell, a lot of the girls basically except for Bree, essentially. Miss Nicole, why you always in some mess? Miss Nicole, why are you always in some mess? For context, you guys, I really wanted to root for Miss Nicole on this season of Selling Sunset, right? I've been at a few events with Nicole, and I personally found her to be very goofy, fun, quirky, funny, like open to receiving information. I was telling her how to get these Instagram captions together. Like, I thought she was cool. I still think Nicole's cool. Actually, in the context of the show, the only thing I remember Nicole doing the entire show is talking about Emma Empanada. Nicole, listen. This is why I think that this has to be editing. It has to be, but also maybe not, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I think it has to be editing to some extent is because I feel like if you're just yourself on camera and you're just like you're goofy, like Nicole's not like that, but like I feel like if it's just like your goofy, down to earth self, from what I experienced anyway, then that should come out in the show. Instead, all we get is like a group scene and then Nicole being like, well, I wouldn't want Emma around my husband. Like, why are you being messy? Nicole. Someone has to tell me how this works. Because, like, before y'all get to the dinner, did Adam DeVello or did a producer just say, okay, Nicole, if you want to keep your keys, because in my mind, instead of like, you know how in Real Housewives, they hold like fruits or whatever, I feel like on Selling Sunset, they dangle keys. So I imagine a producer is like, Nicole, if you want your keys for next season, we need you to tell the girls what you heard. Like you know what I mean? Or like, Nicole, don't you think it would be a good idea to bring this up at the dinner? And then Nicole, you went and did that. I can't confirm that happened. But like, it's crazy to me that in the context of the show, I'm always perceiving Nicole as being messy. And I wish that more of what I experience when I'm around her like came out on the show. Like, you know what I mean? I you bump into somebody at an event and it's like, oh, hey girl, you kiki for a moment. It's like, you know what? I had a good little kiki with her. Like, you know what I mean? And I wish that I felt that energy when I watched her in the context of the show. Because when you do reality TV, I totally completely get how things are dramatized. And of course, when the camera turns on, you're your most exaggerated version of yourself. But girl, Nicole, down to all the way almost to the last damn episode, you kikiing about Emma. Girl, that's how I know this next season. Ooh, child. Nicole, they gonna get you this, in the comments for next season, girl. They gonna be waiting on you, girl. I'm gonna be like, ooh, girl, Nicole, don't log in, girl. Don't log in, girl. Just go to work, girl. Just sell some homes, girl. Whoo, I know they eating you up on Twitter, girl. I gotta check after this. Anyway, you guys, this season of Selling Sunset was very interesting. It was a lot of fun. It was very sad also, very emotional. And I think that it's very important that we remember that even though this is for entertainment, even this little video I'm making, it's for entertainment, but these are these women's real lives. Chelsea did have a real marriage. That's really, like, this is her family that we're talking about. And if Brie is the kind of woman that would bring a racist onto the show to reveal something awful about a black woman, a very successful, hardworking, hustling black woman, that's no good, bro. That's no good. That's not a good look. You have children with Nick Cannon. That's a black man. Girl, that's not a good look, bro. And so I end season 8 of Selling Sunset feeling like, Chrishell, you really did the best that you could being in a rock and a hard place. And it's really hard to sort of decide, like, where are you going to go with people once you're in the middle? Because you want to believe the good in people, new people, whereas you've had this sort of long-standing, strong relationship with someone else, platonically. And it can be very tricky. But at the end of the day, I know that Chrishell is a really good person, giving person, fun person, lovely person, beautiful person. And it was good feeling for me when the season ended, when seeing her and Chelsea sort of reconnect. Because I felt like Chelsea, I perceived it as Chelsea being almost unsure of Chrishell for just a little bit of time. And that hurt my feelings. Because I just know that, you know, they're each other's girlies. And you want the girlies to stay girlies. Like, you know what I mean? So to see that, the little fracture for a moment, I was like, girl, I can't do this, y'all. I'm going to have to cut this off. But I trudged on, and I was happily rewarded with the fact that they sort of came back together again. Chelsea, I think, deserves a raise. First of all, deserves a raise. Everybody on an ensemble reality TV show cast has to get whacked one time. Everybody has their season, you know, where they're sort of like the main focus. And this, unfortunately, happened to be Chelsea's season. It just sucks. It sucks, especially when you have something like this happen and it's brought up on a TV show. Because once it's brought up on camera, it's out there and you're now contracted to speak about your life at length and then continue to do your job and sell homes. Like, you gotta go to work. And now your life is part of the work. And what happens if your life is falling apart? You still gotta go to work, which means you still gotta get your little cute outfit on, sit and do your little confessionals, and you still have to sit and you have to talk about it. And I'm sure that that was so painful because producers, they have to get the content. And it's just not a delicate situation. However, I liked that the season ended with Chelsea sort of finding a bit of hope. You know, she was trying to like sell a home to someone else. She walked into the home and said, you know what, this might be mine. New beginnings, know the hills. And so, you know, maybe in the next season, we'll see Chelsea start to go off on her new journey with her family and rebuilding. And I think that that is something to look forward to. You get what I'm saying? I really want to shine a light on Miss Emma. Emma, girl, your brain was cranking. Your brain was working this season, girl. She was like, hold up. Miss More Evil Christine Quinn, I feel like your tea temperature is off. She was like, Chrishell, I don't know, sister. I already know. Emma was like, I don't know, sister. I ain't believing Miss Brie. Brie not free. Not out of this prison, girl. The twins, y'all got off scot-free. They're always making comments about how the twins like date younger or whatever. Y'all got off scot-free this season. And Mary, damn it, Mary. Shout out to Miss Mary. Mary, you know what I would like to see as a viewer, Mary? As a viewer. This is what I would like to see next season. I want to see Mary not play no games. I want Mary to turn into the Trunchbull from Matilda. Period. And I don't mean she gonna throw Chelsea in the chokey. Obviously not. What I mean by that is I want Mary to have more of a firmness to her. Because she's already a very strong woman. I interviewed Mary on my podcast with my girl Savannah one time. Mary, first of all, Mary not dumb. Mary's not dumb. Very smart, successful woman. Mary, I want you to, when you're faced with situations where you need to step up and lead and say, I want you to stand tall, maybe with a slick back, because you know Mary love a little wet slick back moment. And I want you to stand up and say, you know what, Chelsea, I don't like your damn outfit. Damn it, it's too damn short, and that's not cute, and where are the slacks? Professionally. But I want her to be stern about it. Because if you watch it, you already know. Once you start coming at Mary, and once Mary start get to stuttering, then she lose it a little bit. And I want Mary to, no, Mary. Even if she's wrong. I don't care if Mary's wrong. Stand 10 toes. You know? Because I feel like sometimes Mary she don't want to get in the conversation. And Mary, I get it, because I don't like conversation either, girl. But Mary, you're one of the girlies. Be one of the girlies. Don't let nobody punk you. I'm not talking about Chelsea. Don't let nobody punk you in this next season. That's what I want to see from Miss Mary. Because she's a girl. I like Miss Mary. Okay, you guys, I have literally talked my behind off. If you've made it this far, I love you down. I appreciate you. Definitely more content coming in the future. Reality TV, music, pop culture, celebrity news. You know I do's it and I gets it done. Love you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Ring that notification bell. And I love you for just being my homie. Make sure that you look both ways before you cross the street. Treat people with kindness like Harry Styles says. And as always, don't you forget that the world keeps spinning, and so shall you. And I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.